sure. Does this Europe-wide protest indicate that social awareness is really growing on these issues, and perhaps more so than political will?
Indeed, I totally agree on that. Let me first congratulate the spontaneous reaction of the European citizens. It comes at a time when we have the next important climate change meeting in Europe, in Poland, in a coming December. And this is the exact reaction which is required after the release of the IPCC report, which is called as a special report on 1.5 degrees centigrade global warming. It says that there is still time to act. Unfortunately, the time gap available to us is very, very narrow. And the IPCC report on 1.5 degrees centigrade global warming makes it very clear. It says that there is hardly any time left. In another 12 years, we will be reaching this temperature, 1.5 degrees centigrade. That means within the lifetime of most of us living in this planet. And by that time, we must reduce the carbon dioxide emissions by 45 degrees centigrade, which seems to be beyond our imagination, knowing how lethargic, how inaction that we see with the political leaders, as well as some of the business leaders. And indeed, with some of the common citizens, which are ignorant about the climate change.
And what would be the consequences?
It also goes on to say that by the consequences are catastrophic. If at all we come to 1.5 degrees centigrade, it says that we will probably enter into uncertain area of prediction of impacts. That will include the droughts, that will include the floods, that will include the food security issue, it will include the sea level rise, etc., etc. But most important thing that will happen beyond 1.5 degrees centigrade is about 60 countries, the small island countries, will have their existential threat. Their existence is in a threat because of the sea level rise. And many scientists say that if we go much beyond 1.5, that is start touching the 2 degrees centigrade rise, then we are entering into absolutely uncertain area, which could be runaway reaction of climate change and nearing the extinction of the life on this earth.
Rajendra Shende, thank you very much for having spoken to us and brought home the severity of that threat.